It's June the 14th, and today we were reading Matthew the 14th chapter. This chapter is full of things that we could talk about. But the thing that I want to talk about is the moment when Jesus is alone by himself. He sends the disciples ahead of him, and they're out in the boat. And then suddenly he begins walking on water. One of the things that caught my attention is that as he's coming towards them, they're terrified. And Peter, speaking up, says, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you." And Jesus says, "Come." And Peter begins his journey. As I thought about that today, one of the things that I want you to recognize is this, that Peter says, "If it's you," and Jesus says, "Come." Friends, Jesus is saying, "Come" to each one of us. There are more than a dozen times that I can think of that I've said, "Well, Lord, if you really want me to do that," Jesus is saying, "Come." As we see that, we need to recognize Jesus is saying it to each one of us. Jesus is saying, "Friends, come. Come to where I am. Meet me where I am." Sometimes that's a difficult step. Sometimes we have to step out in faith, just like Peter did. Peter began to sink. Not because he couldn't walk on the water, but because he took his eyes off the one who had said, "Come." Friends, we need to keep our eyes on Jesus. Jesus is the one who calls us, and he says, "Come," and then we walk with him. So today, if there's something that's really tough for you, I want you to step out in faith, knowing that Jesus has said, "Come," and as you walk towards him, he'll walk toward you and with you.